So my shirt says books turn muggles into wizards. You can't see the whole thing, but Amazon, I'll link it. I love it. Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today is BookList Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every Thursday we bring you some sort of list or fun book topic that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week is our next round of 5-star predictions. So this one came about kind of organically. We're going to be working this round with Krista from Books and Jams, and we have done this with her before, but we started getting into a conversation between us about Netgalley and the fact that we have all these Netgalley books and that we want to make these more of a priority so we can kind of get our percentages up, and decided, why don't we do our next round of 5-star predictions for Netgalley books and work with Krista, because all three of us kind of have this goal that we would like to do. So if you don't know what Netgalley is a website that you can register and create an account for, and you can request to get digital advanced reading copies of books. Now, the way that it works is you can set up your own account and then you search for books that are coming out. These are all going to be books that are not released yet. And you can request to get those books as a digital file. So you have to have some sort of digital reading device, whether it's a Kindle or a Nook or a Kobo or an iPad or just something that you can read your book on. I think you can even do it from your phone if you want to, but you need to have some sort of access to that and then be okay reading digitally, because I know not everybody is. But you can search for books, you can request books, and then the publishers make the decisions on who gets approved for those or not. Now, Netgalley does track how many books you get approved for versus how many books you write reviews for. Because when you finish that book, you are to write a review on Netgalley on their website for them. So it keeps track of that. And you get a percentage ratio of how many books you've downloaded to how many books you've reviewed. And the suggested percentage is 80%. So that's kind of like the goal. I am not there. I'm at like 43. So I definitely need to make more of an effort to do that and to review more of those books. So that's one of my big goals this year, is to read more Netgalley books so I can kind of work on that percentage and get it higher. And so this is a perfect excuse to do it, because I know I have books on there that are 5-star predictions for me. I requested them because I'm excited about them, and it's a great excuse for me to go ahead and see if I can read some of those books. So all three of us are going to be picking books that we have received from Netgalley. So here are my 5 that are 5-star predictions for me. My first one is going to be Rosalind Palmer Takes the Cake. This one has already been released, so it's already out. But this one is on my most anticipated releases of the year, so I definitely want to try to get to it. And this one is a romantic comedy that follows our main character, Rosalind, who is a very good baker. And she's a single mom, and she's finding herself kind of struggling financially. So she decides she is going to try to profit off of her talents, and she enters into a baking competition, like a reality show baking competition, probably along the same lines of like the Great British Baking Show is what I would think. And she goes there and she is focused. She has to win this money. She needs it for her family. She needs it. She will not get distracted by gorgeous men who work there. No. We'll see. We'll see, Rosalind. So that's the first one. I'm super excited. Again, Alexis Hall wrote one of my favorite books of last year called Boyfriend Material. So I knew that he's an author I wanted to read more from. And so this is his newest release, and I'm totally in. The next one I have is the Bromance Book Club. This is by Lisa K. Adams. This one has been out for a while, but I have it and I want to go ahead and read it. And this is now a series. There's quite a few books in this series that are already been released, and I've heard such cute things about it. This one follows a baseball player, and he is married. However, the romance in their marriage is kind of fizzling out a little bit. There's not a whole lot of spark there anymore. So he wants to rekindle that. So in order to get some tips on how to do that, he joins a romance book club that is comprised of men. So it's men who get together, they read these romance novels in order to help their love lives. And I love that premise. So I think that's so fantastic. Like nothing can go wrong there, right? I guess we'll see. This has been one that I've been wanting to read for a while, so I'm excited to get to it. The next one that I have is The Girl He Used to Know. This is by Tracy Garvis Graves. This has also been out for quite a while now. This is why I have a low percentage on Netgalley, because I get the books and then they sit there for a long time. Anyway, I have really loved Tracy Garvis Graves before. I've read some of her books and I'm excited to read more. And this one I've heard really, really good things about. And I believe this is like a second chance romance from what I'm understanding. It's more of a literary fiction though. It's not I don't think it's going to be light and fluffy. I think this is going to cover some heavy topics and it's going to show how this woman has changed throughout her life to get to where she is today. And I believe that she becomes reunited with someone from her past. And it's something like, she was the girl that got away, but for whatever reason, she couldn't be with him or whatever. So that's very vaguely what I've heard about it. But I do want to read more from her. And again, every time someone has talked about this book, they've raved about it. So I think it's going to be 5 stars for me too. The next one I have is The Marsh King's Daughter. This is by Karen Dion. And I don't really know what this one is about, to be honest with you. The reason I think it's going to be 5 stars is because it is a mystery. It is set in a marshy area, and I have heard that it's very reminiscent of Where the Crawdads Sing. Like they have some very big similarities. So that in itself makes me go, ooh, I want to read that because I really loved Where the Crawdads Sing. So that's why I put it on this list. When I was going through all of my books, I was like, yeah, I think that's going to be a 5 star too, even though I can't tell you the whole premise because it is a thriller. So this one's going to be more of a thriller mystery than Where the Crawdads Sing was. So I want to keep it that way. I don't want to go too much. I don't even want to read a whole synopsis. I just want to go into it knowing I'm going to get those types of feelings and those kind of vibes and see what the mystery is. So that's why. And then the last one I have is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. So Riley Sager was also on my last 5-star predictions with the Book of the Month ones. But I wanted to put him on this one too, because I really do want to read all of his books. And so this is just a good excuse for me to get off my butt and start reading all of them. And this one I did get from Netgalley, and it's been sitting there since it came out. And this one follows a girl who needs money, and she's living, I think, in New York, and she comes across this ad for a apartment sitter. So someone who, you go in and you babysit for an apartment. Basically, you stay there, while these tenants are gone and take care of the place. And it pays really, really well. So there's some rules, though. I believe she can't leave the apartment. She can't let anyone into the apartment. And there's something else that I don't remember. But she decides to take it up because it pays really well and she needs the money, basically. And so she does this, and then some weird things start happening inside the apartment, and then she's starting to realize maybe there's something wrong with this whole building. So it's becomes this whole thing. So yeah, I'm excited though, because I really do like Riley Sager. I love his writing, and I'm ready to read another one. Okay, guys, those are the 5 books that I have received from Netgalley that I believe are going to be 5-star reads for me. So I really hope that they are. And please make sure you go check out Lindsay and Krista today and see what their predictions are and which books they have gotten from Netgalley. I'm excited to see which ones they have and which ones they pick. It'll be fun. And we will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.